Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and this is episode 200 of my Minecraft Xbox Updated Adventures Let's Play, which is a Let's Play where I play through Minecraft. I slowly build this big world that I finally, kind of built up, and where you guys help out with the comments down below. And of course, because we've hit episode 200, I figured I'd do this kind of milestone video and do a showcase of the world because you guys have been requesting it, and just kind of as like a thank you to you guys, as like because this is massive, 200 episodes. Of course, it wouldn't have been possible without you guys watching the videos, liking videos, doing all of that crazy stuff, and I just wanted to kind of thank you for that. So I could show you around with flying and all that crazy cool stuff, I decided to transfer the world to the Xbox One and kind of just copy the world over, so this isn't affecting my survival only Let's Play. This is, just a copy of the world that I'm showing you around today. So here's what I've achieved over the past 200 episodes, and let's start with the house that, I just spawned in right there, and I use as my primary base of operations right now, because this didn't used to be my primary house. It was just something I built because, I was like 40, 30, 50 episodes in, and I decided I want a main house that's actually close to the spawn, because my my regular house up to that point is way to the north up there. So yeah, I decided, okay, spawn's over here, I'll make a house just over here, within a stone throws distance, and I want to build like an almost normal house, because I'd never built anything from brick before, and I've never built anything from, I've never built like a brick house, a wooden roof, or anything like that. So I decided, let's do that, and because my building style is like, okay, has anyone else done it? If the answer is no, then I want to do it. I decided to do the house in a unique way, so even though it's kind of a generic house, everything about this house screams it's slightly different than everything else. And as you can see here from the back, there's just something amazingly, beautifully wrong with this, and I love it for that. So, yeah, this is my spawn house. To show you the inside, I've got a big chest here with all my stuff, mainly the 74 diamonds I've got there, a lot of vendor piles. I've got a lot of cool stuff that I've collected over time, and these are legit, by the way. I did a lot of diamond mining. I've got my diamond tools on the wall. I've got 2 things in here. I'm actually still looking for 2 things to fill these last 2 item frames, because I want these to be like high value items essentially. So I'm still looking for something to fill these 2 slots, because if I had the Ender Dragon Egg, I'd put it in there, but I don't, unfortunately. If you guys have any ideas for what I should put in these last 2 slots, let me know. But yeah, that's my house. Here's all my wool that I've collected, and all my music discs. And finally up here is my attic, which is where I sleep, interestingly enough, and also how you get onto the roof, which is where you get this amazing view of the world, and there's something incredible about all of this to me. So let's go on to the second building, which is most important because it's actually at spawn. It's my spawn building. So this is another building that I created because I decided I want to, have a spawn trap area, so that if you spawn in this world, you can't accidentally blow something up, like if you get like a creeper following you or something, because although I don't really invite people that often, I wanted to have the options to do it in future. So yeah, I built myself a checkerboard spawn house because, again, why not, right? And it was actually the wrong dimensions at first, as you can see here, and I decided to turn it into a mushroom house because people were spawning like here, and I think it looks, kind of better as a result. Like, the mushroom house is interesting, but it's unique in a way that I think it adds a lot to the world. So that's my mushroom house spawn house that also has some spawn chests from time to time. I've got actually 3 bonus chests because they keep moving around. But yeah, that's what we've got going on at the spawn right here. So going on to the right here, we have another one of my favourite buildings, which is the Bank of Toycats. So I needed a place to store all my valuable stuff, or that was the logic, and I decided, what's the most secure vault in the world? A bank vault. So I just decided to start building. I built some pillars on each side because I know all fancy banks have pillars, and then I just kind of built the rest from what made sense. And I think I made a pretty interesting and almost kind of normal looking bank, besides at the back here. This could probably use some work in some way, but yeah, the front of the bank looks amazing. It's even got the gold block T, which took so long to get all the gold blocks for. There's something really lovely about survival building, because this world is entirely survival, of course, but getting all the gold for that, it made the building that much better to me. So to show you around the Bank of Toycat, so you go inside, you go through this little grate here, which stops Endermen from getting in, of course, because, they're just too tall. You have to make sure that you're not hostile to me, because if you are, this Iron Golem's not going to be happy with you. You have to go through this door here, you have to press the unlock door switch, then you go through the door on the left, and if the door's unlocked, there'll be a little thing down there that makes it look like you're meant to go down here, right? Except not really, because what happens is you get trapped in obsidian, and I haven't actually finished this yet, but you get trapped in obsidian, so that's not a good thing to do. So what you're meant to actually do is when you step on this pressure plate, a secret door opens, and that leads you to the actual vault. So yeah, here you go, just hidden down below. I think it's pretty cool. So once you're in here, you're meant to, let me just find the minecart. There's a minecart behind there. Maybe I'm just using the wrong tool. Yeah, there's a minecart like on the ground. There we go. There's a minecart just over here, and you have to know the exact place to press to get it. And because it's all around you, you probably don't know that. And as you can see, there's a wall here just to make it even more tricky. And yeah, I figured that was a pretty cool way of doing stuff. Then once you go through all of that, you end up at the Vault of Toy Cat. So this is the vault, and as you might imagine, there is the chest here, which will have something like a decoy in there. So maybe some diamonds, some emeralds. But the real chest is actually, yeah, it's meant to like poke out of the corner here, but the real chest's in a minecart, which should be like visible from like here. Yeah, but that's where the real chest is. It doesn't work right now, apparently. Let's replace some block black and see if that works. So yeah, you should be able to. No, you can't. But yeah, that's what's going on there. So since we're over here anyway, this leads us to the metro and also the attached sky rail. So that was the Minecart Toy Cat and the Vault of Toy Cat. Let's talk about the next building over here, which is the Skyrail. So this is the Skyrail building. I decided I wanted a big building made from stone bricks. It took a lot of, smelting and placing to do, but I did make just the tallest skyscraper ever, essentially. It's taller than pretty much anything else besides the Toy Cat statue. And I wanted a Skyrail that traveled from my old house to my new house. Because if you don't know, at the end of this Skyrail, which by the way took so long to make, because bear in mind this is survival, I had to deforest this entire area here. This used to be one big forest over here, by the way, and I deforested the entire thing to make this Skyrail, which, I probably could have planted the trees back, but I'm not a big fan of sustainable farming in Minecraft. And yeah, once I ended up over here, I connected my two houses, because to kind of explain what's going on here, this was my first house. I was just playing for the first time, and I found extreme hill biome and decided I had to have a house. I made it in a cave, because the cave was on a ravine. Like, there's a ravine here, and here's the cave. I decided I had to do that, and yeah, here's my first house. There's something kind of magical about it, at least to me. So, while we're over here anyway, I want to kind of show you off, because the house itself is just a charming little cave house. As you can see, there's little rooms that I've dug out for each little thing. But there's something I need to show you, which is my favourite project I've ever done, because it's the height of ridiculousness that took maybe 20-30 hours of digging and placing blocks, and that is my insane sugarcane farm. And the thing that makes it insane is that every layer up, going all the way up to the bedrock, all the way up to a height limit, is sugarcane and then dirt, and sugarcane and dirt, and just all the way up to the top here. As you can see, there's just an immense amount of sugarcane. And as you can see, all the way at the top here, Y256 is the top, because that's as high as you can actually build. If you could build higher, I probably would, just for giggles. And in addition to going all the way from the ground, all the way up to sky level, which is so many layers of sugarcane, what I've also done is I've gone all the way from the ground level, and I've dug down all the way to bedrock. So this is a farm which goes from bedrock to from bedrock all the way to the top of the world, and filling it with sugarcane slowly but surely, as you can see. So yeah, this is probably the most insane project I've ever embarked on, and like literally insane, because there's no sane reasons to it, and I love it because no one's ever done anything quite like this, and especially not on the console. So that's my insane sugarcane farm. Also around here, I've got my melon farm. I've got what was going to be like a pig pen that I never finished, and I've got the magical valley here, which I decided to fill with mushrooms, by the way, as well as an enchanting table. But more importantly, we have over here my cobblestone cubes. So because I got so much cobblestone from mining down all of this, this used to all be stone, and I just dug it down to replace it with dirt and to just get rid of it entirely. I got so much cobblestone, especially combined with the diamond mining, that I decided I'd use something for it. So I decided to build a 50 by 50 cobblestone cube, and each side of this uses 2,500 blocks of cobblestone. So this building uses over 10,000, I think it's 12,500 pieces of cobblestone, and I decided, let's just build it. So yeah, that's one of the weird things I built. Let's just show you inside. It's just a nice, there's something so eerie about this place to me, and I love it, I love it. So that's another example of I decided to do something, because why not? And of course, all in survival. So the final thing on this side of the map that's probably worth noting, besides the boat slide over there, is this random thing I built right here, because I decided, I think it's from Ruins in Super Mario 64, they have this thing in a cage that I was so obsessed with, because I found it so difficult. I decided a gold block that you can jump in, like this. That'd be a cool thing, right? And every now and then I look at it and I'm like, good job, Toy Cat, good job. So the final thing on this side of the map that's kind of notable is actually the boat slide over here. But anyway, so yeah, this is the boat slide. I just had to quickly take a quick break to do something. But yeah, this is the boat slide. It's a really, really fast way to actually connect all the way up there, all the way down there. You go faster and faster and faster, and it's a really, really fun thing. So yeah, that's what's going on there. I also tried to blow up this island once, so now it's just a big wreckage of where there used to be like a really big island. You can see it went all the way up here, and I've been doing a pretty good job here of making it look like it's just a lake to some degree, almost. Actually, I haven't, but it's pretty cool anyway. So that's what's going on here. We're going to go to sleep, and then I'm going to go back to the other side of the map, and I'll show you the other half of stuff, because there's a lot of stuff I built over here, and yeah, let's go inside. So, let's just go inside into, hopefully, our main bedroom. So, you might be wondering why I have 2 bedrooms, first of all, actually. This bedroom up here was just developed because the other bedroom was sometimes not letting me sleep, but hopefully I can sleep in there today. Yes, I can. So these are the tools I keep on me while we're sleeping, including the Nightcat V5, which is an efficiency 5 pickaxe in survival. It's one of my proudest achievements because I didn't even know you could do it till recently. Inside this chest, we've got our other main chest. We've got another 41 diamonds. I think that brings the total over 100. We've got lots of packed ice, or just regular ice, I guess, which I intend to use for an ice building at some point. Still gotta just work on that at some point. And we've also got a power 1 bow chilling in here. Besides that, nothing too interesting. And let's show you the way back to the main place, because even though I had the sky rail, sometimes I didn't want to travel all the way up there just to get home. So what I decided to do is make a lit up road, which went all the way across my world. So yeah, this is what I decided to do. It's wood with stone slabs on the side. As you can see, it looks really nice, and it's a really smooth way to get from one side of the world to the other. And because it's entirely lit up, I can even do it at night time if I want to. So, yeah, instead of having to sleep if I'm just somewhere random, I can just make it back to the path, and then the path takes me home. So yeah, as you can see, here is home, and here is the Neverwart farm. I decided to build this because in like one of the updates, they recently added it, so you could actually grow Neverwarts in the overworld, but you know, I decided to make it, and I haven't had a need for it since. It's just like a cool thing that I built and then never used. I don't think, in fact, I never finished it either. There's like 6 blocks missing here. That's how little I use this thing or even look at it. But, you know, it's still a nice thing here. I'm also intending to build this road going forward some more into this mountain maybe. I haven't really thought out where it's going properly yet. I just want to do something there. There's a lot of stuff where I just, you know, don't have a need to do something, so I don't. Also, just over here, we have our Nether Church. So, this is a church to the Wither. It used to be something else, but it was like the first time I ever got like a big negative response on something. And basically, as you can see here, it's a church to the Wither. It's made from Nether materials and stuff. And down here was where I was going to fight the Wither before I knew that he could break obsidian. I decided a clever thing to do, because he breaks everything around him, is just to, you know, make a big obsidian chamber for him. So I started doing that, as you can see right here, and there's actually a ravine which just randomly happened, but whatever. But yeah, so I just started building here, making a big obsidian platform. Then I found out he can break obsidian, and I decided, you know, let's maybe abandon this. But it's still a pretty cool place where I keep my... This is my Wither preparedness kit, so this is how I'm protecting myself from the Wither. I have 15 golden apples, 8 pork chops, a whole bunch of arrows, some instant health potions, some sharpness 4 sword. I think, you know, that's a cool way to do my stuff, and I'm looking forward to fighting the Wither now. Also, why am I stuck? Oh, there we go. I just suddenly stopped climbing the ladder. So yeah, that's what's going on there. I also have this Nether portal thing here. I don't know what this was meant to be. It's kind of like a ruin to the Nether. And it got blown up once, and I just left it because it looks more... You know, it kind of gave it that look that it's been a little worn down, and that's what I was going for. So I kind of like that. And also over here, you've noticed there's a pumpkin trail going into the woods. It doesn't do anything yet, but I think it'd be a cool way to lead myself to something. Like, I think it just leads here, but there's nothing going on here. Maybe I'll put something here later, and it'll be a cool way to get from there to there. But for now, it's just whatever it is. So, that's what's going on there. So, to quickly head over to the last building on this side of the map that I haven't shown you. This is the Armory. So, this is the last building that's near the up buildings, is what I meant. This is the Armory. So this is where I store a whole bunch of swords of all the types. This is where oh wow. See, I've got a lot of swords. And generally just, you know, store stuff. I have 2 enchanting tables, one for level 1 enchantments, and one for level 30 enchantments. I have the anvil in the middle here, as well as some books if I want to enchant stuff. And yeah, it's kind of cool in that regard. It also has this pixel art of 2 swords in front of it. I'm sure you noticed that. And this was when I started my pixel art love, because it's just something I decided to do, and it looked so good I wanted to do more of it. So I started growing that in creative, and eventually it led to me wanting to do this in survival. It's a pixel art of my skin in Minecraft. You can't see it right now because I'm wearing armor, but yeah, it's a pixel art of my skin wearing a suit, and as you can see, like this in survival, this took a lot of doing, and it's also a really cool way because there's actually a secret way in back here. I'll quickly show you. It's a cool way to actually have like a secret house over here. So if I want to go to sleep and just, you know, ignore the rest of the world and also have a separate crafting table, then it's perfect for that. Also, one more thing, like my other house, it has a viewing hole, and the views I'm going to be able to get from this when they expand the world is going to be amazing. Like, just imagine being able to see all of that, and then, you know, some big biome over there, some brand new biome. I'm looking forward to seeing that a lot. So, you probably noticed this little wall over here. I'm going to kind of point out what's going on there. So, this wall over here is what's going to be like a way of, when the world does get expanded and you can go past this wall here, I want to kind of keep my old world like intact so that I always know what's old and what's new. And I figured a cool way, even if it's a little bit difficult, way of doing that would be to have a giant cobblestone wall going around the map. So I've only done about half the map so far, but as you can see from this wall, I've just been going around and I've put a cobblestone layer around it. And, you know, that's kind of interesting in my opinion. It actually starts and ends with this big little stair house right here, which, again, this was a building idea I just had where I was like, okay, I like building different. I'm going to make a house entirely from stairs. And as you can see, it's a house made entirely from stairs. Exactly why it's made from stairs is still a pretty big bit of a mystery to me, but as you can see, I really went further than I probably should have with that. Also, as you can see, this is more of my road, which is just wood and stone slabs. It goes through most of the world, and I think it's a pretty good way of linking stuff. So this actually connects up to a little four-way junction thing, which I decided to build because I figured it'd be cool. And on the left there, I've actually recreated a jungle temple and some jungle trees to, you know, kind of make a homegrown jungle biome. And on the right here, we've got my stronghold below the ground. So I'll just give you a quick look at this because a stronghold's not really that interesting in my opinion. The interesting part of it to me is that there's a skeleton spawner right here, which I've actually turned into a mob spawner. So if I ever need, you know, arrows, I can just farm them, whatever here. And also, somewhere in here, I'm going to get lost if I try and find it. Oh, it's just right here. But yeah, there's also this over here, which is my metro. So I've actually got a metro train line, which I'm going to work on later. But it goes from one side of my map all the way to the other. And this took a really long time to dig out in survival, of course. Of course, I've done a lot of stuff like this, but just, you know, kind of just going, woo, I'm going to make this entire thing just this long. So, yeah, this is how I got all my stuff done. And let's quickly take the last exit and let's get out of this place. So, to finalize showing you the stuff over here before we go to the desert side of things, I think we've got this little lighthouse over here. I decided to try and make a lighthouse. It didn't look amazing, so I left it how it was, and now I've got a half-finished lighthouse. Don't question the logic, because it won't stand up to questioning, but yeah, there's that. Also, oh, there's a boathouse here. That's always a fun thing. It's just a place where boats go, and boats are made. And this chest should be full of boats, or never courts, whatever. But yeah, this is my boathouse. I think it looks interesting and different and weird. Well, it's not really weird like my other stuff, but it's just a nice house in the corner. And the torches are off because Toy Cat style. Finally, by the way, following the sky rail up, as you can see here, I made a second sky rail, which went over to here eventually, because I figured, you know, I want to build something over there, let's do that. And this actually led to my Minecart Elevator, this is the first time I ever made it in survival, and as you can see, it's made from dirt because of that, but I still think it looks pretty nice. I'm going to eventually make it from glass and, like, blue wool, so it's this really cool, like, blue tower, but, you know, it's one of those things I need to work on, I just haven't got the inspiration for right now. It's like a lot of my world, like, it's cool ideas, but I don't want to work on it if I don't want to, so that's why I do that. We've also got this village, which I've turned kind of into my big house. It's also hooked up to this thing. I've got the museum, which I'm working on right now. Not a whole bunch to say, rather than I'm going to collect one of every block in Minecraft and put it in an item frame. It should be a fun time. Finally, we have over here the desert. So this is where my next crazy, ridiculous project is coming from, because what I'm doing is I'm trying to turn the entire desert, like getting rid of all the sand in the desert. Why am I doing that, you might ask? I don't really have very good reasons. I just figured what would be really cool is if I just had no sand in my desert. So I've been slowly wiping it out, as you can see. I'm maybe like a fifth done. Like it's just big blobs everywhere. Maybe even not that. Maybe like a tenth done. It's just a fun project I've been working on. Because then everything in the desert floats, and there's something interesting about that to me. We also have, just over here, my cacti farm. Again, you don't really need a cactus farm at all, because I have so much cactus right now. Like, look in this chest, for instance. That's just half of it. And then over on the other side, so just going to go through the cactus and get lots of damage done. How am I failing this so bad? But yeah, if you go through the cactus farm, over here, I've got my other half of my cactus stuff, which is all of this. So, yeah, I'm really starting to rack up those cactus numbers. Exactly why is beyond me, but there's that. Finally, we have the furnace house over here. You've got to have a house made from furnaces. We have this building over here, which is like part of a desert temple, but it's meant for storing sand. So it's got sand chests in there, or sandstone, and sand. We've got the desert, like, I guess it's not a desert temple, but it's just a pyramid in the desert, and it's meant to be a labyrinth on the inside. I actually did the labyrinth, but then I exited out saving, so I've just been rage quitting it and left it like this for now. I still think it's a pretty cool idea, though, so I'll probably go back and do that at some point in the future. We have this big extreme hill over here, and finally, we have this Skyrail bridge there. So that's everything I've done in my Minecraft Xbox Updated Adventures world. As you can see, it took 20 minutes just to show you and kind of explain everything I've done, but it took so many more hours to actually build it all, and it was a really cool thing. So just one more cool story. This used to actually be an entire lake, and none of this was snow before, but then I updated the world, and there was an update, and it changed the biomes around, and it basically made it so what used to be a grass biome like this turned into snow, and it's made this really cool chunk just here, and like this chunk, as you can see right here, is actually separated from the rest of the world, and this is natural. I didn't do this, and as you can see, it's really, really cool to just see a chunk separated like that, and there's just a cool wall all along this. So yeah, that's one of the weird parts of my world that I don't ever go to, because it's in the corner, and I don't ever go to this corner, but you know, it's a nice idea anyway. So I hope you enjoyed this little episode of the Minecraft Xbox Update Adventures. I hope you like everything going on in this world, because I'm going to keep on doing this if you guys like it. So thank you to everyone who's liked the series, who left a comment that I liked, or even just, you know, leaving comments in general. I really love seeing feedback, even if, I haven't mentioned this building. It's just a castle I decided to build, by the way. It's pretty cool. There's probably a few things I have missed, but I think I've got most of the major things that I'm really, really proud of. But yeah, so this is my castle. I like it a lot. Thank you to everyone who supports the series. It's really appreciated. Like, I like it so much, and it really makes the series go perfect. And yeah, just a big thumbs up to all of you. Thank you for watching the series. I hope you guys continue to enjoy it. I'm currently in Ireland right now, so I can't respond to the comments just yet, but leave them down below and I'll get back to them in like a day's time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode next week, because this is a weekly series. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.